Testing, 1, 2, 3, making sure it's recording. It's Sunday morning, August 21st. It is 9:28 a.m. Currently 85 degrees in the observatory, and the sky is not cooperating. I'm using the new MallinCam StarVision camera with the 825 sensor. I'm using the Lunt 182. Lunt 152 double stacked, a dual pressure tuner. No focal reducer. I'm at the native f6. Right now the exposure is 10 milliseconds. And in the image tab, I have the gamma at 0.93, contrast at 200, the black level at -13, and the sharpness at 31. I can try increasing the sharpness. Now the sharpness is at 42. And here comes the clouds. I can try changing to a negative. And zooming in on that one area of interest. Right now I'm at that's about 202% zoomed in as a negative. See if I can tweak the negative. I change the black level. Push up the sharpness some more. Too bad there's nobody on watching the show. Because with the way the clouds are building, I don't know how much longer I will be on. Okay. That's back to the positive, showing the sun. And I'm zoomed in at 202%. Let me zoom out to about that's at 82%. So far the camera seems to be working well in solar mode. Let's see if I can zoom in on that filament. It's 202%. And here comes the clouds. I guess I'll stop the recording for a second. Recording just restarted. Go back to positive image. And the cloud returns. Trying to see if I can get some proms. I'm going to push it up to about 200 milliseconds. Oh yeah, that's 100 milliseconds. 112. There's some interesting filament detail right up here at the top. Okay, let's see, maybe I have to push the exposure again. It was 122 milliseconds. And the filter of sun and clouds. Pause. Yeah, there were some nice filaments up here. You can see them starting to pop in now. Very nice. And then the clouds come in again. I was going to try tweaking the pressures and the pressure tuners to see if that would make a difference. Might as well stop the recording for now. Oh. Okay, let me tweak the pressure about a half a psi in the primary. And do the same in the secondary. A little bit better structure. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Right now I'm at 187 zoom. Let me see if I can darken that up a little bit. I'll try an inverse first to see if it shows. Okay, there's the inverse view. Back to positive. Let me see if I can change the black level, if it'll make a difference. Let me find the histogram. Maybe the histogram will help. Let me raise the black point a little. Okay. Let me see what happens if I do a stack of a mean average of 10. Right now it's averaging 10 frames. Actually smooths out the image a little bit. Let me turn it off. Now you can see the movement. Scroll back out. If there's anything else on the sun. Let me get my scope controller. Whoa. Nice stuff at the bottom. Zoom in on an area. I got some Newton rings. I'm going to have to tweak the Newton ring eliminator. You can see these little faint parallel lines. I'll have to play with that a little bit. That's 167 zoom. Let me zoom in a little bit more. It's 202 right there. Let me see if I can average 10 of those. So there is some pretty nice prominence detail today. Turn off the averaging, zoom out. As you can see, there's very little control of functions that you have to change. I'm just going to reduce the exposure from about 130 milliseconds down to about 15, 20, just in time for the clouds to return. Now pause the recording.